Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's Green Magic, and tonight we are starting another Tecmo challenge. On Thursdays, I'm thinking I might kind of make it like a series Thursday. We'll see. Dang, the title to the video is wrong. That's a bummer. I wonder if I can edit that. Okay, I think it did change it. So, whew, just a small debacle. Definitely had a bit of a debacle last night with the when I was doing a world record run. But anyway, so. Love me some Tecmo challenges. I did one a couple weeks ago. I finished one up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Similar concept. This is the original game, ROM, whatever you want to call it, of Tecmo Super Bowl 1991. And I had started years ago a series of defense and special teams only season with the Bengals. I picked them first because they have an elite punt return team, and also have one of the best defenders in the game, David Fulcher. And as we will see in a second, I got past the first round of the playoffs, but not the second. So it's hard enough to get to the playoffs with this type of challenge. That's what part of what makes it so fun. Before I go any forward, I'm going to put this in the Discord just to let people know what we got going on. Trying to do this faster. If there's a way I can copy paste. All right, so let's talk about the challenge first. So, no offense. That's kind of the gimmick. How are you going to win without offense? Right? Who's going to score? Well, the ways you can score, just like in regular football, are field goals. Field goals are huge. And thankfully in Tecmo, most kickers can launch field goals. You get to the 50-yard line and you can hit them. Some kickers can kick from their own 45-yard line, which isn't realistic, but it's a Tecmo. It's a beautiful arcade football game. They do get more difficult to be accurate the further you go back. So I credit these challenges for making me pretty consistent at field goals when I'm playing, especially when I'm playing in person. Online, there's a tiny bit of lag, um, and that gives its own challenge. But at least I'm, cool under pressure because I've had some practice in this type of format. You can also score by kick returns or punt returns. And what maybe not everybody knows is that there's a programming error, maybe glitch you could call it, where the kick returner's speed is based off the right tackle's max speed of that team. So really, if you can, you want a guy with really high hitting power, or a guy with really high ball control. Might help you reduce fumbles. But a team like the Eagles, they meant to look this up. They're kind of like middle of the road when it comes to kick returns. Just got a message about someone that wants to stream tomorrow. So kick returns. They're middle of the road. Man, I had this information somewhere. Actually, they're like tier 4. Oh, what's up, John Stevenson? How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're in the mood for Tecmo. Going Eagles. Oh, nice. Oh man, yep, Tecmo, and that I forgot that the Eagles were playing tonight. This works out great. This works out great. I'm not sure if I play the Cowboys in the first 4 games. That's kind of oh man, and a beer. I wish I had a beer. I got a smoothie I made in the fridge because I went for a little run. So I know I'm gonna be like starving in like 30 minutes. So I'll have one of those. But yeah, this starts the real NFL season. This is how we do it. So I was talking about the Eagles kick return team. It's pretty poor because their right tackle Singletary has a 25 max speed. So that puts them in like tier 4 out of 5. Their punt return is bottom of the barrel because Andre Waters by far is the slowest strong safety, and punt return speed in Tecmo comes from your strong safety. Again, kind of a programming misstep, glitch, whatever you want to call it. But their defense is top 10. I think most people would agree with that. I have them at about 8th overall. I really enjoy using their defense because they have users on every level. You got Reggie White on the D-line, got a couple linebackers. We'll break down the roster in just a minute. Got a couple really good cornerbacks, high INT for your safety. So really, I need more than usual on these challenges. I got to score some points with my defense. I got to get some scooping scores. I got to get crazy sacks with Joyner and Brown. Reggie's got to get some tackles. And their kicker is just middle of the road. Ruzik, forget how to say that. He's got a 50 kicking ability, which just puts him right in the middle of everybody. Although you'd bring me a beer, thanks. Yeah, we would be bringing each other beers a lot if we lived in the same city for sure. And same with their punter, middle of the road. It's a 50 kick ability, tier 3. So that puts the Eagles overall kind of like tier 4 for this type of challenge when you're only scoring in defense and special teams. I got them at like 22nd out of 28 versus the Bengals, which is what I did last time. I had them like 5th overall for this type of challenge, or tier 2, because there's like a couple S tier, a couple tier 1, and then I got them 5th. Oh, actually, is that right? I got all these numbers somewhere, but not in front of me. Anyway, so let's look at, yeah, you would if you could, absolutely. First though, if it's still up, so this is how the Bengals season ended. I was able to get past the Dolphins 14-10. Again, just defense and special teams. It was probably 4 field goals and a safety. But against the Oilers, I wasn't even able to get a field goal. I missed a late one. I'm pretty sure I missed a field goal late. It was really deep. And I almost got another safety, but I didn't. So I lost 3-2. And that's very much how these seasons can end. Um, so that's what we're headed towards. Um, but and I didn't get a bye. I think I was 11-5. I didn't get a bye because the Oilers had a better record. They're in my division. But so we're gonna go ahead and reset. Not the data. Not the data. We're gonna do auto skip. We're gonna do team control. That and so yeah. So just like nowadays, it's similar. The NFC East, of course, the Cardinals are now in Arizona, and they're in the West. Yeah, they're in the NFC West. But you still got all the rivals: Eagles, Dallas, Washington, who are now, of course, are the Commanders, and the Giants. So I got Giants, one of the best teams in the game. Washington, I'm not too afraid of because their playbook is so silly that I can expose that ish. Um, Cowboys don't have a great playbook either. Cardinals also don't have a good playbook. So really, it's probably the Giants I got to worry about, and you'll need, we'll see how it goes. So basically, these 8 division games will be huge. I'm hoping to at least split one with the Giants, but get the other 6. So hopefully, I go 7-1 in the division. Going to take a lot of field goals to get there, though. But we will go ahead and break down the team squad. Eagles are probably my favorite team to play as, straight up, along with the Packers, because I'm a homer. I'm a Packers fan. Grew up in Wisconsin, all that. But Eagles will always have a soft place in my heart. The one Tecmo tournament I won, I was the Eagles as a static team. That's the way it was set up. Is the Equalizer streamed on Retro Sports Gamer channel. And I had to. It really comes down to, can you do things with QB Eagles? And I did enough with QB Eagles to get some big wins. He's just like in real life, he was called the ultimate weapon. He's absolutely the ultimate weapon here. But the only time he's going to touch the ball is on the other team onside kicks, because I'm not playing offense. And on punt returns. Offense is your punt return coverage team, but uh, the quarterback I think is sub for the kicker maybe. So like he offensive lineman might get a scoop and score on a punt return, but the quarterback won't. I'm pretty sure because I've never seen it. And yeah, this is going to be a challenge. This is like I said, they are Eagles are a great team, but in this format, they are. I would put them at tier 4. It's going to be tough. I'm going to have to nail all the field goals. I'm going to have to get some scoop and scores with Jerome Brown and friends. So guys like Keith Byers might be a kick return. Those nice receptions. I'm not going to be able to use them. They got Barnett is an okay receiver, and maybe he'll kick some returns. Jackson might be a kick returner with the hitting power, but Byers has a higher running speed, so maybe that's what I'll go for first. The offensive line, though, like I said, they're on the punt coverage team, so one of these guys, that's probably why I have the touchdowns in the top right corner. I want to give these guys shout outs if they're able to get a scoop and score. So even though that'll make kind of things cluttered on the screen, whatever. So David Alexander. And one thing about the Eagles, they have a very poor offensive line. As far as like a hitting power standpoint, and that makes matchups like Eagles Raiders really difficult. Eagles Giants pretty difficult as well, but that's more because of their linebackers. But so David Alexander, which is the 38, Shad at least with the 50, Solt again 38, Heller with the 50, and Singletary with the 50. But the key statistic is the 25 max speed, and that's going to be really tough. That's really going to drag me down with my kick returns. But if he goes into good condition, I think I recorded this somewhere. If he goes into good, a 31 MS, that's pretty decent. That's pretty okay for a kick returner. So, and then if he goes into excellent condition, then it's a 38 MS. That's tier 1. It's not S tier because I think that's 44 MS. But anyway, so every week I'm going to be checking his condition. Every week I'm definitely going to be checking Ruzik's condition to see how far I can kick the field goals. Because if I get it to exactly the point where he can kick it, I'm going to need to kick the field goal because I need points. He's gonna be the main scorer for show. And Fiegels, he's like fine. I forget where he's just like middle of the road, whatever. So it'll be more on me if I can get the coffin corner kicks. Because I want them to return the ball, even though they might return it past the 20. I want that chance at a fumble because those scoop and scores are just like I should win if I get a scoop and score. That's kind of the mentality. Like just give me one. So really, the defense in this format is put front and center. We got Clyde Simmons, he's got some rushing power, not a very high hitting power, but some rushing power. We got Mike Golick, who is not great, maybe like a little below average, but sometimes I do want to use him sort of like a stunt to get Reggie open on a clear way to the quarterback. And Reggie is S tier. He is the second best defensive lineman in the game, next to Bruce Smith. And Reggie's got that great speed. He's also got 31 INT, which early in the season, basically like the first 4 games, until I really start stacking those wins, I can be Reggie sometimes and cover the field a little bit, but after there are diminishing returns after you get like 4 or 5 wins over 500 because the quarterback's ability goes up, the receiver's ability goes up due to the rubber band, however you want to say that, the AI increase. Um, but he's still going to be fast. He can still like defend the run and stuff like that. So Jesse Small, pretty poor attributes overall. Jerome Brown, excellent attributes. He's probably like a top 10 linebacker. He's got that speed, great hitting power. Doesn't has a low INT rating, but most linebackers do. But he's at a pretty key spot at linebacker too. Uh, Byron Evans, pretty poor ratings overall, but he at least does have a 31 INT, so that's not nothing. Especially if he goes into good, he goes into excellent. It's a little faster with a 44 INT. And then Seth Joyner, he's like a top 15, I forget, linebacker. Decent speed, really good hitting power, and then again the 31 INT. So these are all things that we will become very relevant as this we go through this challenge. And then defensive backs. Eric Allen is very solid with really good speed, or at least the rushing power. Good hitting power for a defensive back. And 50 interceptions is okay. Can definitely get covered catches on him with really good quarterbacks to receivers. But, the speed is really nice. Same thing with Ben Smith. Really nice speed. Less hitting power, but again, 50 INT. Wes Hopkins, he's slower, but he's got a higher interception rating. So if he goes into good or excellent, all of a sudden we got a little bit of a weapon here. So, if we were just playing one game of Tecmo, you don't really anticipate him going into excellent because there's not a really high percentage chance of that happening. But over a course of a season, it's almost a guarantee that at some point he'll go into excellent. Of course, he'll go into bad condition as well. And then Andre Waters, pretty much the worst defensive back in the game. And insult to injury is that he's at that critical, strong safety spot that makes my punt returner so dang slow. But I know what I'm getting into as I did it, as I started it, and stuff like that. So yeah, using the nose tackle move, yeah, that's a great point. And with Reggie White, it's tempting to do that, but I'm not gonna lurch. They call it the nose tackle move, but it's not a lurch if you engage a lineman first, or like an offensive lineman. So that's what I mean by stunt with Golic. Golic, not sure how to say that. I can basically engage with Reggie's O lineman, and then he might have a straight pass to the quarterback. That's not a lurch if yeah, there you go. So it's not a lurch if the drone does it. I'm helping the drone lurch kind of. But it's a risk because it doesn't always work. They might get a pass off quick, and then I'm just Golic. He's slow, and he doesn't have interception rating. So it really is like I gotta choose my spots for that. So yeah, I guess we'll dive right into it. That was quite the preamble, and planning on playing 4 games tonight, and just break up the series into about five vids. Hopefully make the playoffs for that 5th video. But we already got our first game going on against the Packers. I know that team really well, so I don't really got to like scout them or anything. It's the beginning of the season, so everyone's an average and all that. So we're just going to jump right in. I guess I can make sure I'm going to start buyers at returner. I don't really want these receivers in because they got the lowest hit power. So we're just going to go Tony Drummond. Let's see, they got 38, 31. LaBelle has got the 50. Sherms, 38. Let's do Tony Sherms. Let's do LaBelle. Let's see how this goes. And McMahon, want the punky QB in there. So let's rock. And I guess one thing I didn't mention is 7-Up, Eagles Cowboys. One thing I didn't mention is just to put another wrinkle on this. I'm gonna try to be throughout the course of every game. I'm gonna try to use every defender instead of just being Reggie the whole time or Eric Allen, Seth Joyner. Just to spice it up a little bit, get me thinking, and encourage me to be a Byron Evans if he's in good or excellent and that sort of thing. And then the other thing is on defense, instead of just like picking pass forward and dropping back, I'm going to try to pick every play once. So I got to pick each running play once, which gives me not as good pass coverage. So anyway, here starts the season. It's not Eagles Cowboys, but close enough. Not a great kick, but that's all right. All right, so this is a pretty poor playbook. It's pretty easy to exploit. I do want to try to push him back a little bit, so I'm going to start with pass 2. And I'm being all nerdy about this. I am keeping track of everybody. I'm going to go pass 2, and I'm going to be Joyner. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, so actually I'm going to be Brown. Oh dear. Little rusty. I thought I could shoot the gap. So we're going to do pass 2 again, and no, we're not. We're going to do pass 1. Let's do pass 1 and be Joyner, because I said, I already marked down Joyner. Whew. That was, ooh, man, that was such a bad play. Oh. So that was really bad. I knocked over Mikowski thinking that they were going to do a flea flicker. But they don't even got that in their playbook. So that was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, good player for sure. So hopefully they give me some short fields, because I got to figure out a way to get some points. Oh man, Jackie got in there, and Byers is hurt. Debacle. Okay. Did I write down where? So Fiegels should be able to kick it from the 47-yard line. Yeah. I'm gonna go Keith. Actually, I'm gonna go Tony. Drummond. All right. So we got the ball. We can't do anything on offense, but we might be able to get a field goal. We're like right on the cusp. Right on the cusp. If I saw where the ball was, I'd be able to make a better decision. Um, but I'm not gonna risk. Okay, so it's like the 46, so I don't think I would be able to make it. So we just want to push him back. All right, perfect, absolutely perfect kick. All right, there we go, Feagles. All right, I'm gonna do run three. Run three Hopkins. I'll mark it afterwards just in case I actually Waters. We'll get Waters out of the way. Oh, and it's a called play. And okay. So it doesn't say who got the safety, so that's too bad because I was gonna like record that. Yes, safety. Alright, so really slow kick returner. Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just log the safeties as we go. I don't really got a good way to make sure I do that. Safeties 1. Hopefully that doesn't take tons and tons of time as the season goes on. And it's punt. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get it deep. Have them return it. Oh, another almost perfect kick. Down to the 6. Okay. So the run 3 was a great call with, was that Waters? Alright. So, let's go run 2. Run 2 Hopkins. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, obviously that was a pass. Terrible pass by Mikowski. We dodged that a little bit. I'm going to do run 1. Run 1, Allen. Alright, that was pretty bad. I should have gone around sharp. That's kind of a missed opportunity there. Gonna go pass to. All right, so now I got a chance to. I can blitz. I think blitz is the strat. I got Jerome Brown, super fast, and even if they had, oh dear. All right, there's the JJ. So that's the risk. That's the risk I took. I think it was worth the risk because I could have got a safety. If they had done the Haddock's draw, I could have stopped him. So unfortunately, they're in field goal range. Yeah, it definitely happens. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go run 4 and be Ben Smith. Ooh, so Waters back there with the really low INT. I'm gonna go back to pass 2. Did not do that very well. Ooh, almost threw it to me. That would have been huge. Oh, end of one, 7-up. Nice. Let's go pass 3. And let's see if they will let me stunt for Reggie. Oh, actually, it's going to be a... it's either... Yeah, I called pass 3. All right, Byron Evans with the sack. And that takes him out of field goal range, so that's nice. So I've picked most of the plays, all except for pass 4, and I've been everybody except for the D-line and LB1. I gotta find a way to score points. You know, it's gonna be a big bummer if I let this one slip away, because this should definitely be a win. You know, weaker team with a poor playbook, and you know, no juice. They don't got no juice. All right. Pass 2. And Brown. All right. Okay. All right. So, we got the big fumble force with Jerome Brown. I'm tempted to record that somewhere, but it's already getting cluttered. Field goal, absolutely. You already know. It's not, yeah. It's not like a double tap situation, but hell yeah. Okay, yeah, I just got defensive stats. Okay, so that was huge. That was really huge. Woo! We only need a field goal to win. Safety ties, but you know, we're not. Oh, there it is! There it is! Woo! Ben Smith. All right. Yeah. So, you know, not to count our chickens or anything, but you know, that should win me the game. Like, just one scoop and score. Touchdown. We're going to get... Oh, man, yeah, getting buzzed off. Fun and Tecmo and everything. So that was a perfect kick before that one. This one wasn't. You know, someone got the tackle, and then Smith was the one who picked it up. So, all right. May as well get pass 4 out of the way, so we don't got to think about that. And then we will, you know, I'm gonna get him with Jerome. I'm gonna get him with Jerome Brown. Oh, I assume they were, all right, Kemp. I assume they were running it, and then they didn't. So, pass 4. All right. Pass 2 still makes the most sense. And now I can get him with Jerome, because I don't gotta worry about that play. All right. Pass 3, I think. And I don't think they're going to... Yeah, I don't think they're going to run it. Joyner. Oh! So Joyner almost gets in there with the sack. So yeah, nice little play there. I think we're going past 3 again. Makes sense to me. I'm gonna go ahead and be small because I haven't been him yet. May as well drop back. Oh, it is there, small. Jesse's small with the big play. So now all I gotta do is be the D lineman to appease that side quest. That was really dumb. I should have got out of bounds. I forgot how bad my punt returner was. But I got really excited that I had a blocker. I was like, whoa. But if I get a scoop and score, I expect to win. If I give the other team a scoop and score, that makes it infinitely more difficult. Another good punt. Let's see if Query puts this on the ground. He doesn't. All right, good half. Good half, Packers. Yep. It's really all about that scoop and score. I got to remember how poor my kick return and punt return teams are. I got to remember who I am. Oh yeah, Sharp is there. Yeah, Sharp is. He's definitely a weapon. He has a high receiving power, and he has speed, so he will, get himself open sometimes. Thankfully, at this point in the season, he's probably not going to get a lot of covered catches. But still 75 rating. All right, so LaBelle good. Jackson bad, but it's still got a 56 rating. Probably doesn't matter how the receivers are doing, so we're not going to waste time on that. But yeah, time for another punt. Okay, Bob Nelson almost getting in there. And that actually that froze me because I can't. I'm just locked with Bob right now, so I can't help out. But that was good coverage. I'm gonna go past 3. All right, and yeah, I'm gonna be Jerome because we really wrecked havoc. All right, Clyde's almost a safety. Man. All right, now I feel like a lot of times on the goal line they call a run play, so I'm gonna call run 2. And I'm gonna be Reggie. And sure enough, it's run 2, and we get another safety. All right, so and we're up by a touchdown now, so that's great. That is great stuff. All right, let's see if Tony can get it to the 47. Oh, looks like we got it. Let's get a few extra yards, and that was pretty dumb. Should have gone out of bounds. Tony getting hurt. Okay. So let's mark that safety. Okay, that is fun stuff. It is fun being a Tecmo nerd. All right, so Tony, Jummy Drums is not hurt and in good condition. So I guess now I do need to check the receiver's conditions to see if anyone has any hitting power, and they don't. So I am going to put in Barnett, and we're going to do that. Actually, I'm going to put him down there. All right, so we should be able to hit this. I got to remember there's a little bit of lag. All right, that one looked good. And it is. All right. And that's another big thing about safeties is they have to kick 10 yards further back than normal, which gives me 10 more yards that I don't have to pick up to get into field goal range. So safeties are absolutely critical. All right, 10-point game. We are doing good. I'm going to do run or pass 3. Iron Evans. Gonna do? Are they gonna run it? Because they're on their 5-yard line. I'm gonna do run 2. I am. And I'm gonna be Golic and try to get Reggie free. And Reggie's free. Look at him go, but he dives and misses Golic. It's too slow. All right, so the only guy to beat now is Clyde Simmons, but I really want these points just in case point differential matters. So we are gonna pick run 2. All right, if this is a run off tackle, if I am Ben Smith, I think I can get him. Oh, no, he cuts it inside, but thankfully my drones are there. All right, didn't get the safety. We'll see how this punt goes. It's a great punt. Okay. We got 2 gunners. I went ahead and risked it. That was risky getting tackled in the middle of the field, but got in the field goal range. So here we go. Looks like we got that one too. All right, so Ruzik, like 3 for 3, 4 for 4. So he's doing his thing. He's holding it. Let's see, 2 safeties, 16. And a touchdown. So it's 3 for 3. Yeah. All right, at the 9-yard line, I'm gonna do pass 3. All right, what do we got here? I'm gonna stunt Reggie open. There's Reggie, and there's the lurch. There's the legal lurch. The legal lurch. All right, only got to get about 10 yards. Into midfield before we forget. Going to log that safety. Still haven't been Clyde Simmons, but I am going to get all these opportunities. Like from the 9-yard line, if I have a chance to score, I'm going to take it. It's kind of funny. When they have the ball in my red zone, it's kind of like I have an opportunity to score. It's almost like I have the ball in my red zone. It's really funny. Okay. Let's go Ruzik. Can he be 4 for 4? That arrow felt a little fast, but we got it. Not a great kick, but that is okay. Wilson takes it from the end zone. Ruzik with a tackle. All right, up by 18. We've really turned this one around after being down 7-0. So I'm going to go pass 3. All right, may as well. I may as well just be Clyde, so I don't have to think about it anymore. It looks like that's thrown out of bounds. All right. Well, accomplished the side quest of picking every play on defense and manning every user. So now it's just, can I nickel and dime some more points? I'm going to go back to pass 2. All right, so in case they run it, I'm going to be Jerome, and they don't. Oh, look at Mikowski used the wheels, but it's overthrown, and it's picked off by Andre Waters. The worst defensive back in the game, but he might be in good. He might even be in excellent. This is the 4th quarter. So after this game, I'll log the sacks and the INTs. But Waters, the first Eagle to get an INT, and it likely leads to 3 points. That arrow's looking fast. I think Ruzic is in bad condition. We'll see in a second. Basically, I'm up by 3 touchdowns. Andre Waters. All right. But now Ruzic looks fast, so I don't know what to believe. All right. Gonna go back to pass 2 because it just makes things easier. All right. The tight end might be open up top, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna get Reggie open. I'm gonna stunt him. Ooh, leads to another pick. Andre Waters with the second pick. Can he house it? No, of course not. Andre Waters with another pick. And that likely was influenced by Reggie coming at Majik's ass due to the Bob Golick stunt. So, heads up Tecmo there by the defensive coordinator, Green Magic. These kicks aren't perfect, but they're definitely good enough. And we increased our lead. Let's go. Andre Waters. Alright, all these points are good that we're getting in case we come up against a tiebreaker. Oh, big fumble! Oh, almost a scoop and score. Man. Alright. Back to pass 2. And Jerome going to try to make something happen. We'll see what speed he's got. I get caught up with the block. And another block. Oh! That might have been Reggie. Alright, here we go. I think it makes sense to do pass 2. If they go in motion, we'll feel it out. I don't gotta overthink it. All right, so I did pass 2. Yeah, so this should be a safety, unless. Okay, yeah. All right, another safety for the Eagles. Oh, and now they're doing onside, so this is more points. Drummond. Ooh. And Drummond's got a touchdown. So not only the safety, but the touchdown as well. Whew, perfect kick. So even though what's up, Chris? Sorry, I don't know how to say that. Wakome? Can I explain how the difficulty increases throughout the season? Is it quantified? Playoffs are more difficult for sure, but is it a known quantity? Chris, it's definitely a known quantity. Actually, I might have that in a message. If this doesn't take too much time, I'm going to try to answer you in real time. Because I asked someone about this recently. I asked Brewdog, he knows more about the game than anyone does. Um, all right. So when you when you play the computer straight up in a preseason game, they have one bump of max speed added instead of baseline. For week, if you've been wondering for 35 years, well, today is your lucky day. Thanks for popping into the stream. Um, hmm. I am going to screenshot this. Can I do this? I am going. Yeah, if this doesn't take too much time, I'm like, how can I get this? All right, this is it. I don't know if you can see it, but oh, I'm saying someone's messages. I shouldn't be doing that. Dang it. Let me know if you can see that, and then you can go back and look at it. Maybe that shows up. So you can, on your own time, look at that if you want the breakdown. But basically, uh, basically, if you beat the computer, if your win loss record is above 500 by one game, then the computer gets a one notch bump in defense max speed, defense interception, pass control, and reception. And offensive max speed by they get two bumps because at a baseline the computer gets one bump. And it goes up a little bit every single time you go a game over 500. Uh, yeah. Um, but it it stops if you're 16-0. I don't think it gets any more than that. But if you're 16-0, there's 3 defensive max speed bumps, 4 offensive max speed bumps, 6 defensive INT bumps, 9 pass control bumps, and 9 reception bumps. If that makes sense. So between week 1 like me and being 16-0, those are how many bumps the defense gets. So really, like the most that increases is the pass control and reception. So and 9 bumps, a bump is 6 points. If that, I don't know how familiar you are with the ratings, but like, so Sterling Sharp is a 50 max speed, 75 reception. With 9 bumps of reception, all of a sudden he's like a 150 reception. So anyway, I don't mean to over-explain that, but that's a great question, and everyone knows that it gets harder and harder, but it's it's interesting to know the specifics. So anyway, thanks for that question. And if you ever get into Discord, there's lots of people that can help you out with that too. But, all right, I'm picking pass 2. And I'm going to be Jerome again. And again, I'm getting caught up by blockers, but no big deal. And we're going to go back to pass. Oh, I called pass 3. And it's a called play. And is that a JJ? Yes, it is. JJ being the jump. Yeah, hopefully that comes across on the screen. And for future reference, I'll try to have that handy on like a file that I could like put on the screen, because that's a great question. People wonder that all the time. Um, we're going back to pass 3. Just in case the pass, I'm gonna Allen, get him on the stat sheet. 2nd and 20. Ooh, Reggie with the legal lurch. Reggie taking him to church with the legal lurch. Whew. All right, we might have time to get this ball back, especially because I called the play. All right, and what we got now is almost a chip shot field goal, not quite. All right, so knock that one in. Oh. All right, deep into the end zone. Unless this is a scoop and score, this is GG. Oh, it's a fumble! I had the fumble forced by Ruzic, but, you know, didn't get him quick enough, didn't even pick up the ball. So there you have the end of game screen. No offense, because that's the whole thing we're doing. Obviously, the Packers have some yards through 2 big picks to Andre Waters, and I beat him by 36 points. So, gonna enjoy this win, because these are gonna be tough to come by, as we talked about the juice. I think it's most often referred to as juice that the computer gets when they get their increased ability. All right, thanks for the update. 14-14 looks pretty competitive. Cowboys staying in it. I know they don't got Micah Parsons anymore. Hopefully Kenny Clark is having a good game. I enjoyed him on the Packers. He was on there for like 8 years. Had some Pro Bowl seasons. So this is already getting like a little cluttered, but whatever. Just gotta make this smaller and smaller. Hopefully it gets super cluttered. We're gonna go ahead and yeah, definitely. If Kenny gets a sack, I need to be hearing about it. Speaking of sacks, and we already know Waters has got the 2 picks. Yeah, sacks is gonna get so cluttered. But whatever. So players data, Clyde, he's got a sack. You get a sack, Golic. Reggie. Tempted to just put Reggie, but I'm going to put White. I'm going to be respectful. The minister. Jesse Small. Jerome. Oh, you know Jerome's going to get some sacks. Byron Evans with 3. Those were like on the called plays pretty much. And that's probably it. Joyner. Allen, that's right. He had one on the bootleg. All right. How does that look? Is that just a hot mess? All right. For some reason, I kind of want them to be in order, but there's no good reason for that. I can already tell I'm gonna spend way too much time updating this stuff. But hey, if it's fun, it's fun. And the record, of course, the record is 1-0. Yes. And even though it takes a second, this is important stuff right here. Simmons is in average condition, Golick average, Reggie average, Small and good. And so, gonna notate these. Brown and good. That's really nice because that is I think I even wrote it down. Jerome Brown in good condition. He's like a top 5 linebacker, and in excellent condition, he's like the best linebacker. He's like Lawrence Taylor, basically. But he's in good. So Evans in bad. Good to know because I am gonna use him at least once, in the upcoming game. Joyner in good. So he's pretty good now. That 38 INT is gonna be nice. Allen in bad. You hate to see it. Smith average. Hopkins average. Waters in good with the 2 picks and the only the 31 INT rating. But then the other thing we got to check, because it's very important, Singletary condition. So 25 max speed. Ruzick in average. So, yeah. So he's still good from the 47-yard line. He's our own 47-yard line. And yeah, Byers Tony hurt. Maybe I bet one of them will come back by the next week. Oh dear. Okay. The phone isn't doing the things. Okie dokies. So, let's see who we're playing. Phoenix. Nobody's hurt. Yeah. Nobody's hurt. They start Rosenbach. Their playbook is a debacle. We're going to expose it as much as we can. And Keith Byers comes back. All right. Welcome back, Keith. So that resets to our default. Whenever someone comes back from injury, the default lineup gets set back. So we'll have to take a look at that when we're on offense. Whew, perfect kick. Perfect kick. And Jerome Brown's in good. Can he get down there? All right. So similar to the Packers situation in that they have a one set back default lineup. Second call pass 2, but yeah, I just got to see how it develops. So we're going to start pass 2. And they're doing that, so I am going to be Allen. And Allen with the safety. cheap, but hey, it's gonna get plenty tough as the season goes on. Oh, and they got boys everywhere. I just need to get out of bounds. Alright, so the challenge, we got another safety. And Allen got a sack. I'm gonna mark that down that we used Allen and we called pass 2. Alright, time to punt. And just about a full punt. Well, not a great punt, but actually, yeah, it's pretty good. Within the 5. I'll always take within the 5. And stick him. Alright, gonna go back to pass 2. So what do they got? Are they running it either up the gut or outside? Alright, so we got a big fumble. My Gullick, can he get there? No, he can't. Alright, but that's essentially a chip shot field goal. I forget how close you have to be. But yeah. So big fumble forced by Jerome Brown. His speed is such a weapon, especially in good condition. Yeah. We're just gonna keep trying to push him back. And we will put in the puzzle pieces of calling all the right plays, making sure we're calling all the plays, and using every defender. Okay, so they're back to the one step back. What you got for me? Alright, another safety. And we're by a touchdown. Alright, that one little juke is what it took. I know I'm going to forget to log a safety eventually, but that is okay. May as well see what's going on here. Byers is back. We may as well put him back in there. Drummond, Jackson. So Barnett at least has got a 19. And LaBelle. For some reason, I don't know. Oh, wait a second. Sherman should be in instead of, yeah. Okay. So, got a chance to nail a long field goal. One looks pretty good. I meant to put in Punky QB instead of the ultimate weapon, but we'll do that next time. Full kick. Every time I get a full kick, I feel like it should lead to points. Because it's so critical in pinning them back like that. I'm gonna go back to pass 2. And they're doing that. I think I may as well be Allen. Getting another safety. Alright. Definitely not gonna bring this back to the 50 probably, but I did want to see how the blocking developed, and it didn't. It did not develop. So another safety. Time to punt. Looks like their cornerback almost got in there, but I was able to get it off. And all right, great coverage. Not sure who got down there that quickly because I was trying to make sure I got rid of it. But we're going to go back. We're going to keep doing pass 2. It's bearing fruit. And yeah. Up to Pro. He's got a very high reception rating, so that's not likely going to be picked off. Pass 2, and here's the motion. So this is either a run up the gut or a play action. Oh dear. So I was trying to blow through Johnny Johnson, and it didn't happen. Eric Allen with the sack. So he is making hay, trying to be the sack leader. Fire says it. Nah, not a good chance. Yeah, not smart. I should have gone out of bounds and just tried to get to the 20, but you never know when you're really gonna need a good punt return, so it's like I try to stay loose. Waters isn't good, so it's like at least there's that, but some teams spacing out. Some teams coverage. Oh, what's up, John Stevenson? Some teams coverage units are like just too much hit power, too much speed that it's just not really worth me trying to get cute. All right, certainly this isn't yet another bootleg, and it is. Eric Allen, he wants to be the sack king. The sack king. I think this is gonna be a, what do you call it? Did that poorly. This is the play I thought it was gonna be. I was gonna try to get around with Joyner and dive at the quarterback, and I just botched it. But thankfully, we're up at 12. Yikes! We got 4 guys coming at me. Juke some of them. I just wanted to get like 5 or so yards. I guess we can check. Okay, LaBelle, excellent. I feel like I should put him in a strategic spot. I just don't know where that spot should be. So Jackson. All my receivers are. I'm going to go ahead and put Byers up here. We just got to launch this one. And kick and chase. Eagles. Sick of him up to the 15. And there we go. And the injury. So, we're gonna stick with pass 2. All right, I'm guessing they're running it. I'm just gonna go ahead and be Hopkins. There we go. I'm gonna mark down that I was Hopkins. I've only been 3 defenders. I've only called pass 2, but it's better to get ahead of it than to try to come back in these challenges. All right, what do we got here? We got a Jerome Brown. I actually think it's better if I'm a linebacker, if I don't contest that throw. Because if I don't contest it, the game calculates the 2 drone INTs. But anyway, that's overthinking it a little bit. But actually, I feel like they might be running this with Johnson. But here we go. They're running it with Prohl, even though he is really slow. Alright, so definitely won't have a chance to get this to the 50-yard line. Really just got to get out of bounds. And Byers does that. Alright, good half. Only up by 12. It's not super comfortable, but with the Cardinals' poor playbook, I'm not too scared. It is a division game, though, so definitely want to get the dub. Ooh, okay. So Byers gets it past the 50. Jackson's still in bad. Sherm, Drum, LaBelle. A tiny bit high, but I think it's good. Here we go. Alright, kick and chase. Alright, I do got to think a little bit about calling other plays. I'm going to call pass 3 and be Waters. So they now I'm gonna do pass 4 and be Smith, just so I don't gotta think about the defensive backs anymore. Oh. So I made him go... Yikes. So I made him go inside, but... I'm gonna do pass 1, so less pass play, and be Joyner. I'm just gonna crash this. Boom! Okay. And that wasn't a lurch because I was a linebacker. So Chris is saying, if you changed all the opponent's playbooks to the most difficult plays to decipher, how would this challenge change? Not suggesting. Yeah, it'd just be a lot harder. If I did that, I probably wouldn't worry about my side quest of picking every play on defense and using every defender, because that would be the side quest to make it a difficult play. I like keeping the default playbooks because there are some games that they give you a lot of gifts. Like this playbook is pretty bad. But then some teams have playbooks that are just, especially with all the juice, that they're just really difficult. So I like it being a mix. But I think I've tried that. I usually sometimes I do that when I do an all backup season, which is a different challenge, where I do play offense, but I don't use the starters. which is its own challenge. So we're gonna go past one, get that out of the way, and forget if I was Evans or not. I'll be Evans. Woo! Wait, I did run one. Okay. Now we'll do run two and be Reggie. Nah, I'm gonna be Joyner. Ah! And the catch. Okay. All right, Tecmo. Oh, but it's not even a first down. So. I still gotta be Reggie, but we got. They're gonna have a couple drives, including this one. Unless they fumble it. My first shanked punt. Not the end of the world, but I really, especially in close games, I gotta make sure to not do that. Alright, gonna do run 4. And let's see what we got. Ooh, Reggie there. Alright, we just need to do run 3. But who to be on defense? It's got to be Joyner. Alright. I guess they'd go for a field goal. So I've picked all the plays. I only gotta be Golick, Simmons, and Small. So I'm gonna go back to pass 2. Alright, this is probably the pass, and it is. So Chris is saying, agreed about the various playbooks. One of the reasons I don't love watching the elite tournaments, everyone picks the same playbook, very few differences. Yeah, it's refreshing when people pick a little bit of a different. Some people will put in the like play action plays. Usually that is if they have really good taps, like if they can win most tap offs. They can do those because because that means whatever running play it's paired with is usually pretty dangerous, because it leads to like an isolation play. Some people are big on the one set back plays. That's also kind of like a run forward situation. But yeah, like you usually don't see a Hail Mary on there. Sometimes you see the run 3 or the pass 3 with, the open shotgun. This pro set here, usually don't see, though some people put it in. But yeah, that first pass, the run and shoot, very, very common. So you're right, very repetitive in that regard. And people have pretty similar playing styles a lot of times too, but that makes it all the more interesting when someone throws in a wrinkle and unexpected, like, oh, they blitzed when they should have covered deep and all of that. Kind of going against the conventional wisdom. I feel like they're running it with Johnson, but, they're not. Ouch. I botched that. I wanted to dive tackle instead of, just regular tackle, and he just didn't do it. All right. So I do got to keep in mind who I haven't been yet, but Joyner just worked so well on that play that I guess I'm gonna go ahead and be small, get him out of the way. So now I just gotta be Garlic and Simmons. Alright, I'm going to pass 2. And I bet that this is probably a bootleg. Oh, look at Reggie get in there. All right. Reggie just doing it by himself. Just by himself. That kick was a little high, but it's so close that it don't matter. 18-0, not exactly blowing them away, but they're probably going to keep going for it, which will lead to at least a couple more field goals, I imagine. Pass 2 is the call, and I think I should be Jerome, and okay, all right. I could have stopped that run, but I needed to be ready for the flea flicker, if that's what it was. Oh, look at how fast Jerome is. Wow. I got time to be Garlic and Simmons. I wanna keep pushing them back if possible. So pass 2. This is probably a reverse, honestly. Nope, it's a pass and big fumble. Who's got the touchdown? Who's got it? Is it Clyde Simmons? Is it Reggie White? Is it Jerome Brown? It's Seth Joyner. Let's go. Let's go. And Joyner gets on the board for a touchdown. Obviously that play was more, well, it's because it was a called play. But also it was whoever had the fumble force, that's kind of who should get credit, but yeah, I can already tell. I'm going to spend so much time on that, but it's fun. It is fun. It's motivating. And the full kick, that's more points. That is more points. Wolfley got to take it from his own locker room. Ruzick. And we're going past 2. And this is Joyner all day. Yarg! Ooh! There were Eagles there. John Stevenson with a big update. Halftime. Eagles 21, Cowboys 20. Eagles ahead in real life just as they are in the Tecmo stream. This might be a Johnson run up top, but oh, no, it is one of those into coverage. Wes Hopkins and Eric Allen there to knock it down. 3rd and 6. And another called play again to Prohl. What about this one? Man. Rosenbach getting away with some stuff here. But not really, because I had the 3rd call in a row. Byron Evans with another sack. He, should have been a pick for sure. You know what's interesting is it's almost tempting to go for a field goal, not kick it, get tackled, give them the ball back at the 10-yard line, Because then I have another chance to like either get a touchdown. Well, they're not going to punt it. That's the thing. If I thought they were going to punt it, I would have a chance to like return it. So I'm overthinking it. Because it's at the 2-yard line. It's like I don't mind giving them 7 yards. I guess I'm just. Why would I not take this 3? Do I got a good reason to not take this 3? I'll just take the 3. I'll sleep on it. Because, you know, I'm about to. I get the 3. I'm going to kick it off to him again. And maybe Wolfley might not even get to the 10-yard line. That wasn't as great a kick, but so he's at the same spot. So really, it just took 20 seconds. Back to Pat. Wait, have we been Simmons yet? I forget. I gotta. No, wow. Oh, and the the curl route, Ricky Prohl. Oh, I haven't been Golick and Simmons. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and check them off. Glad I remembered. Not that it matters at all. Oh, man. And I just misclicked. Here we go. All right. So Golick going to stunt some Reggie. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that might be my favorite thing about this frickin' business. And Simmons going up top. Simmons! And that wasn't a lurch, even though he was a defensive lineman, because I went outside the tackles. All right, pass 2. We've been all the guys on defense. We've picked all the plays. Oh, they actually are running it with Johnson. And we're in field goal range. All right. Little bit high, but you know we'll have to dial those in when they are, you know, when the kicks are further back and when it's closer games. We will really up and in. Absolutely, Ruzick will really have to focus up. 31-0. All right, so we did get some more points after half. It was only like 12. Ooh, yeah, I gotta remember to not dive after those so that Waters and Smith can. There we go, Jerome Brown with the dive. No lurch because he's a linebacker. All right, I bet they're running this though. But they're not, in Jerome Brown with the safety and the sack. The safety sack. And there's only 5 seconds, but if someone gets it, Byers isn't fast enough. And it's GG. What's up, Hell Tantrumable? Thanks for popping in on this Thursday night. Kind of thinking about Thursday nights being like a series. Doing a series of, multi-video playthrough situation, and so I'm starting another Tecmo Super Bowl season with a wrinkle. The wrinkle is that it is defense and special teams only, and but as you can see on the screen, I had no runs, passes, receptions, and we're finding ways to get points. I got 8 safeties in 2 games. We got Ben Smith got a touchdown from, I think, a kick return or a kick return fumble picked up. Drummond got a touchdown from them doing an onside kick, and he housed it. Joyner got a touchdown from a quarterback fumble. So we're We're finding ways to make it fun. The record didn't. Oh, I can put it way up there. Put it in the wrong spot. So we got our second win. This one got off to a bit of a slow start, but we got it. Let's look at. So I beat the Packers. Now I beat the Cardinals. I beat them good, but a big factor in it was that their playbooks are really poor and easy to exploit, which I don't mind at the beginning of the season at all because it's going to get a lot harder. The computer's attributes get juiced. I feel like you've asked before about AI cheating, and Tecmo they don't cheat, but they add juice as the more wins you get over 500, they pile on the attributes um, to the computer players. It's in the code. It doesn't show up. You know, if you look at their attributes, but you can really tell the speed. You can really tell, and they're picking off everything, and all their passes land. So this challenge becomes really difficult as the season goes on. So we're enjoying these wins as we get them, and I'm enjoying writing down the stats. So Simmons got a sack, Golick, Reggie 3 sacks, and is an excellent. He is a weapon. By far, with these stat attributes, is by far the best defensive player in the game. So he's up to 3 sacks. Ooh. Jesse Small. Brown. All right, Brown's getting on the board. Evans. Ooh, Evans with 4 now, so he gets another. Joyner. Wow, Joyner no sacks, but he had a lot of tackles in the backfield. And Eric Allen with 6. He really exposed their. They got a bootleg. They got a bootleg play that he was really exposing. Ben Smith, not yet. Hopkins, not yet. And Waters. Waters still with those 2 big INTs. So I'm going to put Simmons down there. And at the end of the stream, I will maybe worry about ordering that more. Man, the touchdowns, those can look better. Touchdowns. Na 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 na. Joyner. All right, we done that. But we really want to know what everyone's condition is. So Clyde, average. Golick, bad. Reggie, excellent. Love to see it. Jesse, good. He started last game in good, so he continues to be in good. Jerome, good. Oh man, he's a weapon. Evans, bad. So he stayed in bad. Joyner, good. He stayed in good. Man. Allen, bad. He stayed in bad. Smith, now in bad. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Hopkins in good. This might be his game. That 63 interception rating. This might be his game. And then Waters in average. All right. So, Hell Tantrum Bowl's been doing more drawing. Awesome. Love to hear the drawing. That's very inspiring. I got to do some writing this month. I got a deadline October 1st, so it's great to hear people being creative. A friend and I used to deal with the AI boost in this game back in the day. Yeah, and that's what I'm dealing with today. That's what I'm dealing with today. Um, Next I play the. Ooh, you already know who it is. You already know who I play next, John Stevenson. Oh, too bad you can't use Randall as kick returner. That would be hilarious. Although, he could, now that you say that, I'm going to leave him in as quarterback, which means when they kick a onside kick, which inevitably, well, not inevitably, if I get a safety in the fourth quarter and I'm winning, they'll do an onside kick, even though it's a very low percentage chance I'll get it. But if I have Randall in, he could pick it up. He could even get a touchdown. So we are going to, because you say that, we're going to put him in the punky QB. Alright, I guess I don't really need to check these. LaBelle and excellent. He is gotta be him. It's gotta be him. Alright, you already be knowing. You already know what time it is. Well, apparently it's Anthony Tony time, which ironically resets my roster, my offensive roster to default. But yeah, it's Eagles Cowboys. Let's go. Just like IRL. Just like IRL. Let's see if I can drop a 30 burger on these boys. That would feel good. And the Cowboys also not a great playbook. Not as bad as the Cardinals. It's about as bad as the Packers. They have a kick return. They have a or wide receiver reverse and the bootleg. The bootleg I can expose. I'm gonna call run one. No. I'm gonna call pass two. And alright, so it could be a Smith run down, it could be a Aggie run up, it could be a reverse. So I think the move is to be Brown and okay. Smith got that. I did the little hesitation because I didn't know if it was a bootleg. And so that's going to be the meta of this game. Am I able to read that play well? All right. We're going past two skis. All right. I think I'm going to be Brown again and just try to get in here. Oh, pass defense and late hit. All right, 3rd and 4. They could definitely run it. I'm gonna do pass one. All right. Got to scheme it up. So Joyner's in good. Hopkins in good. If they do a reverse, though, I want to blow that up. I'm going to do the Smith run one. And, all right. And then it's Brown time. All right. So I did the Smith. I missed it. I knew it was a bootleg because I called Smith run one. And I was trying to dive and tackle him, and I missed. All right. I was being too cute. We're going past two. Definitely a Brown blitz. Ooh, yeah. Jerome. Adding to his sack total. Going up to 3 sacks. Tied with Reggie. We're going past 2. So what you got for me? What you got? I bet it's a bootleg, and it is Jerome again. So he's up to 5 sacks. Second in the team. Allen's got 6. All right, what you got for me? What you got for me, Dallas? What you got for me? Another bootleg and Jerome with the sack. He's in good. Jerome is already a very good linebacker. And rest in peace, by the way. He actually passed away while he was an NFL player. Oh, wow. Great kick. I'm trying to get a few more yards before I get out of bounds. Yeah, you're right, John Stevenson. This is my team, but I like your excitement about Randall. We're gonna leave him in. We do want LaBelle in there because he's an excellent. I just feel like putting Jackson up there. Tony, meow. Sherm's drums, Tony. All right. Now we just got to blast it, and they pinned me back a little bit. That's why that play I gave up. I already forgot what it was. Oh, they passed it to Aggie, I think. You know, I can't really flip the field on that punt because I was so far backed up. All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more sacks, Eagles. Let's go. All right, called play. Actually, I pulled away from that one because I didn't want to affect the INT formula. All right, this is either a draw to Smith or a pass. So we are going in there with Joyner. Oh, Aggie catches it one-handed. He looked like I was going to try to catch the replay on stream. He looked like he wasn't quite there yet, but Aikman dropped that dime in there. And Jerome is just so fast. Yep, doing that. Being pretty. I'm going to go ahead and throw pass 4 in there just to mix it up. And sure enough, it's a pro set. Bam. No Lurchie. It was a linebacker. All right. I'm going to call a pass 2, because if it's a called play, I want to get maybe a pick. Yeah. Okay. Boom! Jerome Brown. So he's gotten like 4 sacks. 4 or 5, I think. 4 or 5 sacks this game, putting him in the lead. Another perfect punt. Man. Okay. That was a bad risk, but I was trying to get a few yards. That was tricky. That was basically they got 2 perfect punts in a row. And that's pinning me back. And now Martin getting it. Juking my bros. Ooh, they're already into field goal range. Alright, I gotta keep playing him hard. Pass 2. Oh! Tried to blow that play up. Misread the situation. Smith with the long run. Right. Still gotta stick with pass 2. Alright. Shutting that one down. I feel like this is a reverse for some reason. Boom! Jerome. And that's a big sack because, like, they can easily hit a field goal from here, but the further they go back... all right. They're going for the field goal, but can I... I'm going to try to get... This is Brown. I'm going to try to get Joyner in there. Looks like he nailed it. Yep. Alright, so he still gets the field goal. Alright, this one has a chance. Not a great chance, but... I'm basically right at the 47. Ruzic is an average. I'm not going to risk it. I trust my defense. It's right on the cusp. That is pretty much exactly Ruzic's range. But we're going to trust the defense. That's what this whole challenge is about. Good punt. And alright. So, yeah, the kicker can tackle. 500 character updates. Nice. Oh man, losing the sleep. I'm sure it'll pay off though. You know, while the creativity is there, you gotta strike. Alright. Had to go for it. Pressuring Aikman with a bad pass. Another shotgun. Hopkins isn't excellent or good or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and drop back. So a coverage sack. Hopkins isn't good. Okay. Well, he was to start the game. Might be an excellent. Might have gone back into average. All right. Ooh. Okay. And Brown has been able to shut down that Aggie run partly because it's in good condition and he's just that much faster. So I'm able to get that dive tackle off. Alright. This one's got a shot. Not a great shot, though. Nope. Just not fast enough to juke him. Nope. Alright. I think Dallas is going to give me one. I think they are going to give me a fumble or a safety. I think it's going to happen. But till then, just got to be all right. Joyner gets in there from the linebacker position. Here we are back to pro set. Ooh! Brown misses, and Reggie says, that's fine. That's A-okay. I got this. Okay, third down from the 9. I'm going to call pass 3. And if it's a called play, it could be a safety. All right, but it is. I feel like this might be an Aggie run. And it is. Ah! Yikes. Oh, bounces outside and they clean up the trash. But it's almost the half. Really, I just needed a fumble. Nothing's going to happen on this punt. Because I'm slow and there's no time to kick a field goal anyway. You just get a bounce. Alright. Good half, Cowboys. Good half. I made one mistake. I made 2 mistakes. And, you know, because of that, they got a few points. I don't. Oh, this is my chance right here. So that was my chance. Not only did I get it to the midfield, but I got it to the 20. It was kind of dumb that it wasn't wise to not get out of bounds, but I figured there was like a chance I could house it, and I really wanted to house it with LaBelle, get him on that touchdown scoreboard. All right, so we tied it up. That was the arrow was kind of slow. I bet Ruzick is in good condition, which made the arrow slow, and they almost got in there with Ken Norton. He almost had a chance to block it, so that's something to be aware of. And he kicks it up here, but Ruzick is on the chase. So Hell has to reach 1,837 so you can finally move on to the next step. As many characters as possible each day. Yeah, that sounds like a grind, but it sounds like you're on a really good pace, so that's good. So there are a lot of plays I haven't called yet, and a lot of defenders I haven't been yet. I'm gonna go ahead and call pass 1. I think I've been Joyner. Have I been Joyner? Yes, I've been Joyner. All right. Not going to worry about it too much in the third quarter because we got to keep pushing them back. I am going to getting Reggie free. Oh, his Garlic is too slow. But thankfully Brown or Joyner caught up with him. So that's the risk of, just not being a good player just for one play. Got to go to pass 2. All right. Bam. Yeah, this is. If I make a big mistake, that could be the game. That's kind of how I like it. Bam! So I did hesitate, but Brown, he looks like he's an excellent. He's whipping around. He is whipping around. This is probably another bootleg, but we shall see. And Seth Joyner adding to his sack total. Actually, that was his first sack. And we got a chance at a return. We got an okay chance. My coverage is decent. Ooh, I needed maybe one more juke. All right, good try, LaBelle. Byers and good. LaBelle and excellent. But Byers has that. He's got a 44 run speed. Mama. Yeah. So we got punted back. We're about 8 yards away from his field goal range. Come on. Scoop and score would probably be GG. He holds on to it. All right. Get 3 yards. I wasn't able to shut it down. I was wondering if I could force the fumble there. I am going to call a run. I already called run 1, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna call run 3 and be Reggie. That's what's gonna happen. Well, we'll see how this goes. Oh, yikes. Oh, what? Okay, so that was a risk. Reggie, 44 INT, if he's still an excellent. But if it was a bad throw, he might have caught it. Gotta go back to pass 2. Even though it looks like a fumble, they don't count it as one. Ooh. Alright, so I got a shot. With a bad punt. It's a great punt. Alright. It's a great punt. At least I got to the 20. Which means if I get to the 20, it means a full bar kick will be like pretty much a perfect punt. So I don't gotta do any math in my head. I just try to kick it as far as I can. That's maybe to like the 8-yard line, 10-yard line. We shall see. 9-yard line. And here they come to the 16. Alright, so oh yeah, Joe Montana 2 during the late hours. I'll definitely be, if you're talking about the Genesis game, I'll definitely be playing that at some point, not necessarily anytime soon, but people have been saying how the Deion Sanders game is a lot like that one. And I'm enjoying the Deion one, so I'm pretty sure I'll like that one too. So it's in the pipeline. Alright, there's a lot of players I still have to be for my side quest. I'm gonna pick run 4. And we'll see what happens. Oh man, suspended because of lightning. Yikes. Alright, if it's Aggie. Oh no, got caught up by a blocker, but thankfully somebody was there. Gonna do run 2. Alright, run 2. I gotta be Jerome, I gotta push him back. Alright, so I've done all the runs. It's the 4th quarter. Small isn't good. Tricky. Gotta call pass 2. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and be small. Oh, yeah, the drone is there. Alright. So small. I still gotta be. Wait a second. Not sure if I've been. Not sure if I've been Allen. I don't think I've been. Spending way too much time thinking about it. All right. I'm gonna try to get Reggie in there. Come on, Reggie. Yeah. Novacek. Oh. Whew. This one seems like it might be going into OT, but we shall see what happens. They got two gunners coming at me. Alright, the Dion game and Joe 93-94 do seem similar, but the gameplay is different. Interesting. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'll have to bust that out sometime. Thinking about calling Fridays Freaky Fridays, where I play a game I haven't played before. It wouldn't be too freaky because, you know, the gameplay is different though. Okay. Eagles up by 4 on the Cowboys. Hopefully that's a good omen for this game right here. A big kick would go a long way. Could have been better. Eagles. Actually, that's kind of perfect. Martin's looking slow. Ooh. Eagles. Eagles on the case. Man, but LaBelle almost had him, but he got a bump. Man. I gotta be Simmons, Hopkins. I feel like I've already been Hopkins. Simmons, Hopkins, Waters. Ooh. So I called the shotgun. Bam. Alright, so that's Simmons. Now we just got to be Hopkins and Waters. And our side quest is complete. But what's going to give me the best chance to do a thing? If they do a bootleg, I gotta be in the backfield already. Oh, bad run, bad angle. All right, man. I almost hit the blocker, which should have told me that, you know, that it was run. We're gonna go ahead and be Hopkins. Ooh. Alright, at least we got Hopkins. We just gotta be Waters. I'm gonna pick the bootleg and be Waters. Alright, side quests complete. I've picked all the plays. I've been all the players. Now it's time to try to get this dub. The Genesis renders each game differently with effects. Interesting. Yeah, that's why I gotta try them all out. For show. Okay, we're back to pass 2 and getting in the backfield with Brown. Okay, call plays could be big. Come on, Brown. Oh, his pass is blocked. I was like, fumble. They're going for it on 4th down. Wow. If they don't get it, I'll be in field goal range. I gotta go I gotta go past 2 and get in the backfield. Gotta does it. Okay, it's a shotgun. Should I blitz? Ooh, let's get Reggie in there. We're getting Reggie in there. Come on, Reggie. Get the dub, Reggie! Ooh, into coverage. Into coverage. They had Martin going deep, but they checked it down to Smith or Aggie. I didn't see who. Yeah, big play for sure. Yeah, but this probably the game-winning field goal if I can get it. And I think it's good. I think it's good. Rattles in. All right. Okay. Still gotta stop them from getting a long play. Smith could break free. They could get a deep chuck, but they're just wasting time on this return. They might waste all their time. Okay, they got one more play. Yeah, pass 2, get in the backfield. All right, GG. All right, no offense, but we got it done, and a huge part of it was Dallas going for it on 4th down, and they even caught it a covered catch. I had some bros there. But yeah, it came down to a clutch kick. That kick, it didn't have to be perfect, but there was not much room for error, and that's what a challenge like this does for you. It's like I had to make it. That was my shot. And I got it. And so I won. If you had missed it, they got the ball midfield. Maybe even I stop them, but then it goes in overtime. It's like you gotta get the shots when you can. So big win, division win. We're gonna do one more for the stream, and we are going to save the next one for next week. We'll do about 4 more games again. I feel like that's a nice length. What the heck? Oh yeah, 3-0. I was like, but I'm 4-0. All right, see you in a second, John Stevenson. So quick check, we're 3-0. We got a plus 72 point diff. You'll love to see it. So even though we won by only 3 points, we got that nice point diff. And nope. What am I doing? NFL standings, team rankings. And you'll love to see it. No offense. No. Nay. Let's go ahead and update these sack leaders. Clyde's got 2. Thanks, Vinatieri-esque. Yeah, thanks. They had to do it. I was not... I knew even before they did that play that I would have to have a clutch kick. But the fact that he caught it at the 50-yard line just put that much more pressure on it. All right, Simmons got a couple. Golick, still none. Reggie is up to 4. Jesse, none. Jerome, 9. 9. Magst du Coca-Cola? Nein, nein, nein. Magst du Erdbeer und Eis? Nein, nein, nein. Byron Evans, ja. Seth Joyner, ja. Oh, alright. Joyner, Allen with 6. Smith, nay. Hopkins, nay. Alright, does that look like absolute trash? It is. Alright, I've seen worse. Touchdown, Smith, Drummond, Joyner. 8 team safeties, sacks. Brown leading the charge. You love to see it. What else? Oh yeah, I've got to do conditions. Clyde in bad now. Golick in bad. Isn't a huge deal, but it makes it a little trickier to set Reggie free on the stunts. Reggie in good, love to see it. Small stays in good. Brown stays in good. That is huge. Jerome Brown in good is huge. Byron Evans stays in bad. Joyner stays in good. Eric Allen stays in bad. Ben Smith stays in bad. Hopkins stays in good. And Waters, the one of the probably the worst defensive back in the game, but he's an average, which means my punt returner is an average. And speaking of that, so Ruzick and bad, which means his bar is a little bit faster than normal, so that's good to be aware of. So I'm gonna write that down. But 15 for 15 on field goals. You know, some of them not very deep, but some of them were pretty deep. Eagles average, it doesn't really matter that much. Singletary and bad, so that's my kick returner. 19, yeah. So that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. It's gonna be hard to move the ball on kick return. But it is what it is. That's the challenge. At least I got a good Jerome Brown. I got a good Reggie White. Good Wes Hopkins. Good Seth Joyner. You know, it could be a lot worse. And we're going up against Pittsburgh. So the battle for PA. All right. Pittsburgh, not a strong team offensively, but they have a +3. Well, not a +3. They have a boost. So since I'm up by 3 games over 500, I should screenshot this. So they have their defense has a one max speed bump. Their offense has a 2 max speed bump. Their defense interception has a 2 notch bump. Their pass control 3 notch bump. Receptions a 2 notch bump. So even though they're quarterbacks, so they start Bubby Brister, so you know, do what you want to do. But their pass control, they get a 3 bump, so his pass control is 25, which is really bad. But with the 3 bump, it's 31, 38, 44. So still not good, but it's it's harder to pick him off. And like Hodge, it says 44 max speed because it's good, but really it's 50-56. Same for Williams. And then Lips is an excellent 69 reception. That goes to 75-81. Hill's still pretty bad. Green, 56-63. So their defense is already good, and they'll be a little bit faster. So NFL 98, literally the same game as Deion Sanders with a different title screen. Really? I didn't realize that. Wow, 98? But that was like 3 years later. Huh. Interesting. Laziness. They updated the roster. All right, big kick. That's big. When I do a big kick like that, I expect it to turn into points, but Steelers have the best kick return team in the game, along with the Saints, because they have the fastest right tackle. So, but it didn't hurt that I got a good kick. All right, so how can we push them back? They got a unique playback with the two. When they do the one set back, I can defend that pretty well with Reggie. The pro set I can defend with Joyner probably. I'm going to do a shotgun pass 4. All right. Now I'm like second guessing this. Cause this, I don't think there's a gap for me to go through. Yeah, there's not. Oh, but Reggie gets in there. Okay. See, Reggie ain't good. This is what we're talking about. So I was meow. Pass 4. Let the game play. So is that interesting, man? Just getting away with it there. Okay, and bam, Joyner Nation. He's in good. That is helping me out. I think we're sticking with pass 4. And yeah. Boom! Joyner with another sack. So that's only his second sack. But, all right. An excellent kick, so I just got to get the heck out of bounds. Dang, and look at that coverage. Oh, man. Okay. So I played really good defense, but that was a really good punt. Oh, wait. Was it? Yeah. All right. So to the 20. Okay, this is going to be a lot of field position. I got to call pass 1. All right, they got a 1 set back. So oh wow, the hitting power. Surprise. So yeah, Reggie, and I did pass 1. So the Steelers, I can actually read. I should have known that was the Williams pitch. Honestly, because of skin tone. With the one setback, I should have known it was run 3. Hodge would be in that position if it was a run 1. But anyway, we're going back to pass 1. Okay, so bam! Got him with Smith. Way to go. Alright, and we're probably going to have to sit on that strat, the pass 1. Alright, so now I know that this is an off-tackle run because it's Hodge in the backfield. Bam! Oh, and the stab! The big stab! And there we go! There we go! So I knew it was Hodge, and I blowed him up. And that's points. All right. That didn't even seem high, but I guess Ruzick isn't bad, so. All right, Jerome Brown with the big fumble for us. Dwight Stone kicks it outside, thankfully. When they kick it outside, they're not going to get as many yards. So we got to stick with that strat. Pass 1. Okay. So I'm going to try to stunt Reggie. Bam! Got him. Here we go, Reggie. There we go. So now it's at the 5. I'm gonna go run 2, and if they go in motion, I'm gonna play the bootleg. All right. Smart. We're going run 2 again. All right, and we got another Hodge. Can Brown do it again? Oh, no, I missed it. That would have been points. Oh, that would have been a safety. But I got a shot for field goal here, so. My own 49-yard line, that should be in range. But I gotta be pretty exact. I think I got it. Boom. All right. So I missed the safety, but at least I got points. He kicks it inside where there's more field. We're going to stick with our pass 1 strat. I'm going to try to get Reggie. Okay. So Wes Hopkins was able to knock that down. He's got a 63 INT rating in average. All right. Pass 1's the call. All right, we got another Hodge run. But I was able to slow him up at least. But I gotta be more precise on those dives. Okay, gonna try to get Reggie free again. Alright, that could have been a pick. We had Eric Allen up there, but I think he's in bad condition, 44 INT. So, and then if it's a pick, he's got a chance at a pick 6. Alright, just had to get out of bounds. Eagles in good, gonna keep him in. LaBelle, Jackson. Sherm. Tony's in bad. drums. Sherms, drums. Drums a little bit better. Ball control. Got the 44 running speed. Okay. Now we need a big punt. That's a good one. Pretty great punt. Rod Woodson got pretty close to me, so I can't play with that fire. LaBelle takes the blocker down to the 20. Alright. Back to pass one strategy. Alright, pro set. I'm going to be Joyner. Ooh! Quick dump off to Hodge. Great play. Great play, computer. Alright, and this is a pass because they're trips. I don't know if you call it trips, but we're going to try to get Reggie open. Alright, so good pressure. Maybe not the best risk. Maybe I should have gone in there with Jerome Brown. Might have been a little faster. Yeah, the computer plays. Yeah. Okay, so... Alright, so this... What is the strat here? I think I want to keep going for Reggie. Boom! Reggie slapping it down. Pass one's the call again. Alright, another shotgun. It's tempting to put less talk, more action. We're putting Jerome in. Dumps it off. And I lost my momentum because... Oh, and he jukes it outside. I lost my momentum because he jumped. But another good play, Tecmo. Good play. Good play. They're making this work. And Hodge has that speed bump. So, you know, he looks like a... Oh, it is trips left. Okay. I didn't know if they had to be, like, closer together. You know, there's a bit of a gap, but we'll call it trips. I gotta stick with pass one. Okay, so this is either a called play or oh, and it's called play. Nice. Reggie. Pass one strat again. It makes the most sense. And now we got to pitch up top to Williams. I think maybe Allen can get up there. Ooh, hoo-hoo. Hodge almost blocked me. Yeah, Allen in bad condition, not as fast. We got to stick with pass one. All right, Joyner time. Boom! Joyner! Joyner getting some big sacks. Some big, hairy sacks. Alright. It's a good kick. I just need to get out of bounds, probably. Although there's only two guys. That was a bad risk. I was trying to get to the 20, though. Trying to does it. Derek Hill, come on, big Fumby. Big Fumby for the points. No. Probably one more play left. Just going to stick with pass one. Alright. If they... I might as well be Hopkins and guard the run like this. Alright, good half, Steelers. Good half. The dump off to Hodge are keeping them in it. I've only called 2 plays, and I've only been 4 guys on defense. Oh, and the full bar. You hate to see it. You hate to see the full bar. To the 4-yard line. Debacle. Bellin good. Drummy, excellent. You like to see that. You do like to see it. Decent punt. Decent punt. Come on, boys. We need some coverage. We need some coverage. What's up, Sharky? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good evening. We're on the 4th game of our Eagles season. Defense and special teams only. We got a couple blowout wins and then a close one against the Cowboys. And this one is kind of close. I'm not too scared, but I'm doing a side quest where I'm making sure to use every guy on defense once per game and pick every play on defense. So I'm going to do pass 2 and see what comes of it. Alright, so this could be the bootleg. And it is Jerome Brown. He's in good condition. He's already a really good linebacker, but now he's noise. We're going to do pass 3 for side quest reasons. The trips left. Alright. So I am going to be Reggie and get in there with a big fumble, Reggie! Reggie with a big fumble, Reggie! Clyde Simmons! Reggie White, let's go, let's go! And that was huge because now I'm up 2 scores, getting that field goal. That's really big, really big. And the full bar. Oh, thanks for asking, Sharky. It was really fun. It was really cool. We just got coffee and chatted and, you know, swapped stories and stuff. I definitely hope we hang out again. You know, we'll hopefully communicate a little bit over the weekend, but thanks for asking. It was really fun. I don't do that sort of thing all that much, and it was really nice to you know, to get out there, get in the mix a little bit. I'm gonna call run 2 and see what feels good. All right, so either the motion. Nope, this is and Jesse Small was looking a little fast, so maybe, well, he's in good condition. Okay, we're gonna do run run 1 and be Hopkins maybe. Run 1. Okay, Hopkins Nation. Totally blown coverage. Oh my gosh, I need help. Come on, Reggie. Come on, Reggie. Oh, okay. Wow, that was a debacle. I was way out of position. Bubby Brister is not a good quarterback from a pass control standpoint, but he has some of the highest pass speed in the game, and I didn't account for that. All right. Have I done run 3 yet? I'm going to do run 3. Thankfully, all their other runs, I can tell. So it is run 3. Okay. This is run 3. All right. I haven't called run 4 yet, so I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I went on there and said what's up, for show. Bam! Jerome Brown, let's go. All right. Okay. I think it's time for pass one again. And it's trips. So we are going to try to get Reggie open. All right. Okay, thanks for the reply. I'll check it probably tomorrow. Alright, this might be a little low. He's probably got it. And he's got it. Alright, back to a one-score game. Oh, yeah, sorry about the traffic. I'm in Chicago in West Humboldt Park. I keep the windows open to make it cooler, so hopefully that's not too distracting. But it's I don't know. I like the breeze. It's noise. Punt time. I just can't give him another touchdown, you know. Good punt. Come on, coverage. And before you said another game you was playing, Sports Talk Baseball. Yeah, people talk a lot about that one. I'll try to put that high in the queue. I'm really trying to yeah, I'm trying to keep track of what people recommend, and I'm trying to make sure to at least do one video of those, because you know, I appreciate people giving the suggestions. And that's one I have heard about being a very, very good game on Genesis. Dang. Who do we need to? Pretty sure I was Eric Allen, and I was Wes. So I only need to be Simmons, Evans, Waters. But I need to not give up a touchdown. Alright, I am going to be Simmons. Bam! Alright, I've done all the plays. I just need to be Evans and Waters for the side quest. Okay, Reggie. How are you feeling, Reggie? How are you feeling? Reggie! Ooh, Eric Allen on Hodge. That dump off has worked more than once. We got the trips. Alright. We got the trips. Joyner and good. I'm going to drop back with Joyner. Boom! Evans, let's go! Alright. And the terrible punt. We got a chance. Oh, look at the punter come after me. Oh! Not a very good risk either. A fumble would have been detrimental. But I didn't fumble. So one of these days that the fumble is gonna cause a loss for me, but hopefully not today. Right, a little bit conservative on the punt. Scoop and score would be GG. What do you think, Eagles? What do you think? Scoop and score? Nope. Yeah, Genesis has so many good sports games, man, and I've barely played any of them. Like, Okay, I'm glad the noise isn't the problem. Big trucks, yeah. Um, and sometimes people like blast their music because it's like a side street, and they're just like, yeah. It feels very neighborhoody in that regard. Okay, I got Hodge. I can blow this up. Oh dear, didn't get the dive off in time. So I only need to be Evans and Waters. I'm gonna call run two. All right, that was a great call because now I can. All right, and I was Evans. Ois. Now I just gotta be Waters, and I'm done with my side quests. Um, Back to pass one, and it's trips. All right, it is trips. I'm gonna go ahead and be Waters. Let's see what he's got. Does he got it? Andre Waters. Ooh, Waters on the case. Side quest complete. And they're punting it. Okay. 2 minutes left, down by 6. They're punting it. Punt strat. And they're coming after me. I gotta get the H out of Bizounds. Ooh, that was... Is that Rod Woodson? No, that's probably Hodge. It's probably Tunch Ilkin. Whoever their right tackle is. And yeah, that probably would have been GG had I fumbled it. So glad I did. Eagles just gets obliterated. All right, just to the 45. All right, just need to keep them from getting a touchdown. Pass one, the strat, and this is a pitch up top to Williams. So we're going to be Reggie. Pass one again. I wouldn't be shocked if they ran it again. All right. Who do I want to be? I guess Jerome, if this is a run. Nope, but it's a pass. And we got him just small. Just a couple more plays. We're going pass one again. So this is a Hodge run. I am going to be Hopkins. Bam! Pass one is the call. All right. So getting those sacks, getting those stats. All right. Maybe last play of the game. I'm gonna drop back with Joyner. Got that INT rating. Bam! All right. Oh, but there's still 7 seconds, so I get a field goal. Assuming, hopefully, Greg Lloyd doesn't come in for the block, because that would be devastating. Maybe a little high, but I think we got it. Bam! All right, so Steelers gift me with another 3 points. Ooh. Ah! I tried to full bar it because that would give me the best chance. So a big win. No offense. RFK saying, my beloved people. Yeah, I mean, I try not to get too much into politics because I don't follow it enough to really have an opinion. But I feel like the guy has already proven that he's totally flipped the flop on his politics. He's not consistent. He's not. So I guess I'm not surprised at that. Yeah, underestimating pseudoscience for sure. Yeah, and we'll never know the true story on Steve Jobs. You know, who knows? Yeah. So big hairy win for the Eagles. We swept the stream. So that was nice. That was fun. The last one was challenging. It's just gonna get harder and harder, which I love. But let's look at the schedule real quick. Um, so next is Washington. I should beat them largely because their playbook is trash. Um, do I got? I just don't know when I got the bye. So the next week, we'll say week 6, I have a bye, and then the Saints. The Saints could be difficult, but I think I can get them. And then meow 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 meow. Okay, I don't see me on there either. Oh, Tampa Bay week 6. Tampa could be difficult. San Fran, that's probably going to be a loss. Real talk. But who knows? Maybe the Eagles will bring it. Um, and then meow 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 meow. Yeah. So yeah, maybe another 4 wins. So what did I say? Washington, Tampa Bay. That's gonna be tough. Saints, and then by week 8, and then San Fran. So if we can go 3-1 next time, that's gonna be big. 2-2 wouldn't kill me, but 3-1 would be great. Still got that division lead, plus 81. You love to see it. I bet we got some sackage. Let's look at this sackage. Yeah, Brown, White, Allen leading the league. Scoring. Ruzick leading the league in scoring. Let's go. 60 points. 60 points in 4 games. So that's 15 points a game. There you go, Ruzick. It would be fun to keep track of that, but I'm already all cluttered over here. So Simmons with the 2 sacks. Gallic still none. Reggie up to 7. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, I'm just going to type them in up here. Yeah, Reggie getting those 7 sacks. And I think all of them are drone sacks. It's Gallic stunting him, or sometimes he gets on his own. That 75 hit power, it'll get him in here. And Small getting on the board. Okay. Small making a name. And the excellent, he's a decent user. Next time. Excellent, Jerome Brown. That is a huge factor in this run because I don't got a good punt returner. I don't got a good kick returner. It's got to be my defense. And Jerome Brown being able to get in there from the LB2 position, that's big stuff. Evans, another sack. Joyner with Joyner jumping up. I guess that was what am I doing? What am I doing? Joyner, that was me blitzing on the Pro Set, Pittsburgh Pro Set, because I knew it was either the pass or a run up the middle. And yeah, Joyner getting on the board. Allen with 6 still. Ben, no. Wes, no. Waters still. So still only 2 interceptions. It was Waters that first game, and it's going to be harder and harder to get those picks. But hopefully they just are able to keep slapping them down. But yeah, that's kind of it for tonight. Defense and special teams only. You know, that's I got no yards. I got no yards. It's not allowed. But we're 4-0. And my defensive numbers are decent. Okay, first, fourth, and fourth. Okay. I don't really worry about the yards too much because sometimes you got to give up yards to be like safe and all that. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. Really appreciate everyone watching. We'll see. Actually, Slapshot Sean, who he sometimes streams like live Tecmo games in the leagues he's in, or like he's NHL '94 ROMs. It's not always the original game, but with different rosters, they trade players and stuff. But he's going to be playing a game tomorrow night, I think, tape to tape. So make sure to look out for that. And I'll catch y'all later. Have a good night.